This video discusses weight loss and health habits. Please take care while watching and skip if these topics may be triggering for you.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a new vlog. It is week 5 in my summer glow up series. If you've not been following along so far, basically, since my 30s, I have noticed that despite no change in my diet and active lifestyle, the scales were continuing to creep up, my body fat percentage was continuing to creep up, and whatever I was doing in my 20s that maintained a healthy lifestyle is no longer working for me. And so I wanted to put a stop to that negative decline on my health. And in fact, over these 8 to 9 weeks, I want to get into one of the best shapes that I've ever been to. Because guess what? At the beginning of August, I have my Pakistan hiking expedition. I want to be in the best fitness shape possible. And actually, it is still possible to book onto the Pakistan hiking expedition if you were interested. We've had a space open up on Expedition 1 and we've got a couple of spaces on Expedition 2 as well. I'll have more details of that in the description. But anyway, I wanted to start this vlog with my grocery shop for the week because I didn't go to Lidl. I went to my favourite supermarket, Sainsbury's, which I have been missing and I just fancied going this morning. So would you like to see what I got for the week? Now looking at this already, I am like, for goodness sake, I forgot the eggs. There's probably other things I've forgotten as well. But anyway, here's what I did get. So we got lots of veggies this week. We've got some organic spinach, some organic broccoli, so many cherry tomatoes, a cucumber, courgettes, some mushrooms, carrots, bag of apples. And then as for my protein, bear in mind I still have about 1.5 kilos of chicken in my freezer, 5% fat beef mince, some wild caught tuna, and some prawns. And then also these went down a treat last week, but this is a slightly different brand. I've got a bunch of Lindal's high protein desserts, just as something really nice and sweet to have after dinner time or lunchtime if I'm craving something sweet, but they're really high protein, which is good because I have a protein goal which I'm trying to hit each day. I got some hummus. I wanted to get protein pasta because I've heard that that's a thing, but I could not find it unfortunately. But I saw this, it's macaroni with added fibre, and I do think added fibre would actually be really good for me. My poo schedule wasn't as what I wanted it to be last week. I wasn't pooing as often as I wanted to. Sorry if that's TMI. Anyway, chopped tomatoes. And finally, because something that I really struggle with is getting in enough water in the day. I'm someone who just isn't getting thirsty, and so I have to remind myself to drink. And someone in the comments told me that I should get a 2-litre bottle to fill up each day and just know that I'm working my way through it. Now, if I was traveling, that would not be a realistic thing for me to purchase and travel with. However, I am actually home for the next few weeks, so I went and did it. I got myself this humongous water bottle, which was £10. So that whole shop, including the water bottle, was £41. So basically £31 for the food, which I thought was okay, but we'll see if it lasts me the whole week. But what I'm not understanding about this water bottle, it's 2.2 litres, which is probably the amount that I'm going to try to drink each day. I don't think I really need to aim for more than that. It's got the times written on here as if it's a 1 litre water bottle because it's got 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then back up to the top as if you were to be refilling from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, if I were to do that, if I were to get through that in half the day and that in half the day, then I'd be drinking 4.4 litres. And I just don't think I need that much water as someone who struggles to get 2 litres in anyway. So I guess I just won't be going off that unless I'm misunderstanding something. Anyway, it's a nice big water bottle and I'm really hoping it's going to help me with my water intake. I've got a lot of work to get on with today. We've got the 2 screens set up at home, which feels like a good time to introduce to you the sponsors of today's video, Surfshark. Now, if you don't know at this point, where have you been? Surfshark are a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. And a VPN is something that I just feel like everyone has on their devices at this point. And if you don't, again, where have you been? Because what a VPN is able to do is change the virtual location of your device to pretty much anywhere in the world. So this means if you've ever had an error message on a YouTube video or in a service where it says, sorry, this service or this media is not available in your country, well, you can just go on your Surfshark, select another country where that service or media is available, refresh your page, and it is available to you. This also works for accessing things like ITVX and BBC iPlayer when you are on holiday in another country. Or I remember when I was traveling Turkey and Booking.com did not work in Turkey, so I selected my VPN back to the UK so I could actually continue booking my accommodation on the go. Surfshark also turns your public Wi-Fi connection into a private one, one. So when you're connected to a public Wi-Fi network, like in the airport or a cafe, where it's just a free open network, when you do that, your device is actually at risk of being hacked. However, when you switch your Surfshark on, it acts as an immediate shield on your connection so that none of those evil hackers can get in. And Surfshark is still one of the only VPNs which allows you access on an unlimited number of your devices with just the one account. And as always, I have a discount for you. You can get an extra 4 months of Surfshark. Just head to surfshark.com/backpacking, or you can use the code backpacking at checkout, and you can also just click the link in that description box. I have actually already had half a litre today. I went to a HIIT class and I filled up my gym water bottle with that. So I've got it to just over 1.5 litres. So if I make it through this for the day, that is over 2 litres. I haven't used my slow cooker in, I can't even remember the last time. And so with the fact that I bought mince and chopped tomatoes and also a bunch of those veggies, I thought, why not make a slow cooker bolognese? At least attempt to. I don't think I've ever done this before. Giving it a good mix, and then I'm going to stick it on slow for 8 hours. We also stuck the mushrooms in there. I'm tempted to do another chopped tomatoes, you know. I have a spare. This is a very made up recipe. Does that mean I'm becoming a chef? Okay, on low for 8 hours. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, nothing too fancy for lunch, but it did kind of occur to me that I need to have these tuna steaks today because I got them reduced and they do go off today. So I'm having 2 tuna steaks on a bed of spinach, leaves, cucumber, and tomato, cherry tomatoes. That's it. All stunning. This is actually the first time I've ever cooked tuna steaks by myself, so I wasn't too sure how long to stick them in the air fryer for. I did 8 minutes. I like them normally a bit more raw than this. Rare, I should say, but that's okay. We tried. It was a first attempt. All done. That run, I was going so slowly. My legs felt so heavy, but I guess that's just because I did so much exercise today. But look what I've come home to. Oh, it looks and smells so good. So excited. Oh, yeah. Oh, a nice big portion, because it's all full of good stuff. That's the nice part about making your own stuff from scratch, is you know exactly what's in it. Now, if you watched the very first episode of this summer glow up, I basically said how I was, at first at least, going to be avoiding pasta. But it is now week 5, and I did say that I would introduce these things slowly. And so the way I'm managing pasta, which is my weakness, is portion control. Previous Christianne would just pour the pasta into the pan, not knowing how much goes in. It would be way too much, and then I don't like leaving things on my plate, so I would just eat it all. This time I have specifically measured out exactly how much pasta that I am cooking, and it's just a 1 serving. I know exactly how much is going in there, and I think that that is a much healthier long-term approach to me having my favourite meal. I don't want to deny myself that. And the good news is that I have made so much bolognese in that slow cooker that it will probably last me the whole week. I'll put it in some Tupperware, and that can be a nice, nutritious, quick meal for me. Now I'm thinking I should have got some baked potatoes. I could have done baked potatoes with bolognese. Hello, happy Tuesday. I've made a rookie error today. I was supposed to go to a class at the gym this morning. I woke up, my legs were feeling really heavy, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take the morning off, and then I'll do a sprint session this evening. I was feeling all good about that decision. And then this afternoon rolls around, I just went to my Botox appointment, which I haven't been to in like 6 months, so see those lines there? They're not going to be there at the end of the week. I've been getting Botox for 4 years. I know the rules, but I had forgotten that one of the rules is you can't do intense exercise and sweat 24 hours after the treatment. And I was like, Oh, goddamn. So I can't work out this evening either. But maybe I just see this as a blessing in disguise. I have been exercising, working out, strength training, cardio every single day for the past 2 weeks now. Maybe this just needs to be a true rest day. I had a super clean lunch. It was just all sorts of steamed vegetables with prawns and a bit of hummus. I was really looking forward to doing the sprint interval training though. So hopefully I have a bit of energy left after pump tomorrow and then I can do it then.
7-Eleven t-shirt on today, which means it's gonna be a good day. Going to body pump this morning at Pure Gym. You may remember from last week me saying that they only do 1 class per week at my gym of pump, and it's my favorite class, it's my favorite instructor there, and so I can't miss it. But it's at 7:30 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, so I've got myself up early. Just finishing off my coffee in my new favorite mug, which I actually did this design when I was in Taiwan. And it basically took like 3 months to arrive because they needed to dry it and glaze it and everything like that. But I think it came out so cute.
Guys, I did a bad thing. Well, it's not that bad. It just goes against my rules of my summer glow up. I had alcohol last night. About 4 glasses of wine. Yeah. And it wasn't a special occasion, but I was seeing my friends Mandy and Phil, who I haven't seen in a really long time. They invited me around for a barbecue and it was really nice. And I had a really good time. But I feel slightly hungover this morning. Not a lot, just a little. But I have booked myself onto a Barry's class again this week, which is later on this morning. Thank God it's not early, given the state in which I've woken up. But I really enjoyed the class last week. And yes, it is costing me more ClassPass credits now because I don't have the first time a 50% off deal. However, it's costing me 14 credits today. It costed me 6 credits last week. That totals up to 20. And actually, my free credits that I get every month with Revolut roll over on the 22nd. So I thought, well, I might as well just use up all the rest of this credits on another Barry's class because I know I enjoy it. But I'm going to try and not let last night's evening of drinking spoil my whole week of clean eating and drinking. This is definitely a lifestyle change that I'm hoping to combat. Where previous Christianne, if I went on any kind of diet and then had a bad day or a bad evening, I'd then be like, oh, well, I've ruined it. And then, you know, just go back to my old habits immediately. Whereas now the new Christianne doesn't do that. She has an evening where she breaks her rules and then she continues to keep going as per the plan. No big deal. I've got to say, after a few days of using the 2-litre water bottle, I think this is brilliant. This is genuinely really encouraging me to drink a lot. And it's so good because every time I look at it, and I know that those timings are skew with, as we have discussed, but I'm like, oh my God, I still have so much more to drink, and I'll just take a few sips.
I'm going to have a little mini bag, yes, good morning, son. Chair Mills can be 7, 8, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, inside, 8, 6, 5, 4. Excellent. You have 10 seconds. Courtesy lunge, keep it steady, nice. 15 seconds, maximum effort, everything you have. 3, 2, 1. Final 15-second push and be brave with it. Even if it seems out of the question, even if it seems out of the world, even if you have to live that safety wall, you're going to go 5.
Perhaps I wasn't as hungover as I thought I was because that felt really good. So I'm super pleased. I'm trying something a little bit new. I had to order a fungal spray online last night from Amazon, but it made me do it via Amazon Fresh, and then it said you need to spend 25 quid. So I ended up getting a few more groceries, eggs being one of them, because I did forget that at the beginning of the week. And I thought I would try getting just a tin of egg whites, because I've heard that that's a good thing to try. It says 15 liquid egg whites. I might do 1 regular egg and then add in a splash of these egg whites. I've literally never done this before. How much? That much? I feel like I've just tripled my egg mixture. So that's like the equivalent of a 3-egg omelette. except it's 1 egg and 2 egg white. That omelette has come out pretty beautifully actually, really pleased with that. Slightly harder to cook with just the egg whites, and I also added a little bit of this new cheese which I bought, which is half fat and high protein. Pretty good. I only added a really small amount of it. Got a big fat chicken breast from the air fryer. And last but by no means least, we have some steamed veggies straight from the steamer. And that is a gorgeous, nice big meal hummus on the side. Now, if you're looking at that going, God, Christianne, that's a big meal. First of all, mind your business. Second of all, this is going to be my main meal of the day now. Just like very protein heavy, replenishing after that HIIT class. And then I'll just have something smaller for dinner a little bit later. Just spent the last hour or so applying for my Australia visa application for my working holiday, which I have filmed a vlog on, which you may or may not have seen yet, depending on which video I edit first. But oh my God, it's stressful. I'm sweating because I just want to make sure that all the details are correct, and there's some things that I'm just not too sure about. But I just got dressed because I have been looking forward to this all week. We have my sewing class. If you don't know, I am doing 4 sewing masterclasses, like complete beginner learning for the first time. This is what I made last week. It was a cushion cover, having never touched a sewing machine in my life, so very pleased with that. Today we're making a tote bag. I'm very excited. When I tell you, my TikTok For You page is just entirely sewing videos at the moment, and this is just something that's just exciting me so much. I've been really looking forward to this moment all week. So let's head into Central London. I mean, this is looking cool. You reckon? Show me the other side. The straps are not twisted. No. Okay. Nicely. Ah, so nice. We're doing a combo again this morning, and actually I feel like I haven't done this all week. I haven't actually been running all week. I've not been sticking to my Garmin coach plan, but we're putting a stop to that today because I actually have time. So I'm going to head to the gym and do a core class. They're just 15 minutes core exercises. And then I'm going to go and do a long run. My fitness on Strava actually hasn't increased at all this week. We got to put a stop to that. Well, we're not put a stop to that. We got to put an increase on that because I do want that to keep going up. I'm so glad I got out and did that. They got kids on the canal learning how to canoe. Carnage. So pleased with that. Well done me. I decided to make that, you know, my long run of the week. 57 minutes was how long I was running for, aiming to keep my heart rate at 148 beats per minute. So I managed to run 8 kilometres, 8.15 kilometres in that time, with a pace of exactly 7 minutes per kilometre, which I'm really pleased with because normally on my zone 2 run, I'm slower than that. Like 7:10, maybe 7:15. Oh, I'm gonna stretch. The instructor just splashed them all with water entirely. Why does the park run have to be on a Saturday morning, which comes after a Friday night? Whose idea was this? It was a special occasion last night. It was one of my best friends, Deanna's engagement party, and also she's been living out in Sydney and she's home for these next few weeks, and so it was super nice, and so I had some drinks with some friends. Now thankfully I don't feel too hungover this morning at all. However, how is it that my Garmin watch knows when I've had a few drinks, because I woke up thinking, oh, I think I slept all right last night. And every single time I wake up after a night of having a few drinks, it's like your sleep was unproductive, you didn't sleep well enough, you didn't have enough REM, and my sleep score's terrible. And I'm like, what? How does it know? But it knows. I mean, I'm glad that it knows, because I feel like it kind of keeps me more accountable on that front. I'm just trying to knock back as much water as I can right now, because I believe that it's going to be the hottest day of the year today, like 32 degrees or something. And we're about to go do the parkrun. So, hello. We've got dogs in the back.
2 dogs today.
2 dogs today. It's a family parkrun. There's a lot of people here today. We are keeping up the trend of new location every week. So this week we are in Surrey at the Brooklands Parkrun.
Maybe new location, new person.
Yes, new location and a new person. Yeah, so Tom is Cheryl's boyfriend and Rafiki is his dog. And then we still got Billy here this week. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi, doggies. I really shouldn't have had those drinks, because otherwise this could have been a PB track. It's flat, so I've heard. He goes really fast. Are you running with us, or are you just running at your own speed?
I'll run mine.
Okay, no, that is so fair. We will not try to keep up. It's like, what's your 5k PB?
I don't know. We'll find out.
It's about 20 minutes, I want to say. Maybe faster.
243.
Hey!
If you're doing Brooklyn, I hope you have a lovely day today. Your parkrun and your Saturday morning will always coincide. Have we got any tourists? Canada! Canada!
Hey! Go! Here we go!
Come on, Billy!
Come on, Billy!
Yeah, good job, guys. Woo!
I got a PB!
Smashed it.
Not entirely sure what that PB is just yet, because I kept my Garmin going right till their finish line, but on my Garmin it said we'd already passed the 5k mark. So
But it was under 30 minutes either way.
it was under 30 minutes, so I'm super thrilled. Can't believe managed that in these conditions. I think it's because it's been flat, honestly. Imagine what I could do if I wasn't drinking the night before, and if it wasn't this hot. Oh, I would be doing it in 20 minutes, no doubt. How fast was your time?
It's alright.
He was rapid. We saw him like 7th out of the 100. I came 199th and Cheryl came 200th, but we crossed the line at the same time.
My favourite! You guys haven't seen me eat a meal like this all week, and that's because I haven't. Because I didn't buy any groceries like this for at home in my London flat, because if I do, it just means that I'm going to be making this all week. But I just thought, you know what, I'm at my parents for the rest of the afternoon. I'm going to enjoy a really nice meal. I'm feeling really, really good. I just did a GLC class at the gym, which was like strength training, and I am about to, in about an hour or so, once this is settled, I'm going to do a 40-minute easy run, 148 beats per minute. Actually, I haven't run that much at all this week compared to what I've normally been doing. And we'll assess properly tomorrow, but I don't think my fitness has really gone up this week. But that fact aside, I'm feeling really, really good. I'm out of my menstrual phase, which I was at the beginning of the week. I believe I'm going into my follicular phase, which is the best time of the month. And I feel like these phases for me really do affect my mood, how I feel about myself, my energy levels.
5.8 average pace, 6:54 over 40 minutes. That's good, that's good. What was my average heart rate? Let me have a look. Average heart rate 152, which is generally what I'm doing on my zone 2s. Oh, I'm so pleased with that, because do you know what that means? That means that my zone 2 pace has got faster. So over the past few weeks, whenever I've run zone 2, where I'm, you know, trying to stay around 150 beats per minute throughout the run, my average pace is always over 7 minutes per kilometre. Because if I were to go faster than that, I would obviously be going up into beyond my zone 2 range. Not today. I'm so happy. That means progress. How good, how good. My legs did feel heavy during that run though. I guess it was because I did the GLC just a few hours ago and that was a lot of squatting and a lot of weights. But that's okay. I feel like if I were to do it another time without doing the GLC beforehand, maybe I would find it even easier. Ah, I'm feeling so good, so happy about that.
You start by sitting on the floor with your feet together and your knees pushing, relaxing towards the floor. Lean your chest and your head down towards the ground, towards your feet. While we hold this pose, I'll talk to you about our core methodology, created by our experts and used in the daily sessions, along with throughout our whole hour.
I'd rather he didn't.
If that's too easy, you try to get your throat or chin to the floor. If this is too difficult, then to keep your right knee more stable, flex your right foot. You have only 30 seconds to go. Try to relax into the pose as you completely stay passive and focus on breathing in and out through your nose.
I completed a Strava challenge today that was sponsored by an app called Pliability, which I have never heard of before, but since completing the challenge I get 1 month free trial of the app, and it seems like it's just a kind of stretching and mobility app, and that is something that is missing from my workout routine. I think I'm naturally a fairly stretchy person anyway, like any spare moment I have, I'm kind of stretching my muscles before and after, but I don't do anything conscious towards my stretching and mobility, do you know what I mean? I don't really spend time on it. Now, yoga is absolutely not for me. I've done it many times in the past. It's not my favourite activity, let's just say that. Like if there's a free yoga session in a hostel, I'll probably do it. But in terms of making it a regular part of my routine, it's just not going to happen. But these are like 15-minute sessions, so we'll give it a go. We'll do these after I do some intense exercise and see if it makes a difference.
Oh, hey! We're moving in a forwards direction.
That was 73.6 kgs. I can't exactly remember what I was last week, but I know that that is progress, so feeling very good about that. What I will say is weight is such a funny thing. So I'm not documenting this, but I am actually weighing myself every day. And about halfway through the week, I was on 72.9, and then it just goes back up again. So it really does fluctuate so much, which is why I'm not super pressed about the number on the scale, but I am measuring it just because it is a measurable metric. And it's interesting. It's interesting to see what it does. But besides the number on the scale, I feel like I've had a really good week. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good in my body. I feel like I've been nice and active this week, but also feel like I've recovered a lot. I had a couple of recovery days this week. In terms of my fitness, let's see what Strava has to say. So actually, according to Strava, my fitness has not gone up this week at all. I started the week on 49 and it did go up to 51 yesterday. It's back down to 49 today, but I haven't moved at all today. I will go for a run later. So let's say it will go up to 50 by the end of the day. So, moved up by a notch. But I feel like maybe I'm getting to the point where Strava's like, you need to be working a lot harder for your fitness to now improve because you're already at a high level that you're going to need to do a lot for it to keep going up, which I totally respect, but I'm totally down for the challenge. But Strava may say that, but I did get a new PB in my 5K this week. So the run that I recorded was a bit longer than 5K, but for the 5K time itself, it was 28:50, which is a 20-second PB on my 5K time. So I'm absolutely thrilled about that, even if I was pretty much wheezing to get it. And Strava has a new prediction for me where it reckons I can now do a 5K in 27 minutes and 49. Goodness, I've only just cracked the 28 minutes, Strava. Now you want me to crack 27 minutes. I'm not so sure. I feel like I'm not going to do that next week. That will probably take me quite a few weeks to get to that point, but we shall see. And on the fitness front, I'm absolutely thrilled that I managed to break 7 minutes per kilometre for my zone 2 running. I feel like that is a big win for me. The only thing that hasn't been a fitness win for me this week is I keep saying that I'm going to go into the weight section at the gym by myself and use the equipment and face my fears there. I still haven't done that. And a part of me would like to, but another part of me, I feel like I know the different classes at Pure Gym now, which ones are good, which ones are helping me move towards my goals and work with me timing wise. And I'm very happy going to them. And I don't feel like I need to add any more strength training into my schedule than what I've got. And I am very happy with what I'm able to achieve in those classes. So I don't know if I will be going into the weight section myself now. We shall see. That has turned into a maybe for a future week. I guess it will just depend on what my schedule's looking like that week. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching and good luck to you if you are on your own fitness, health journey, summer glow up journey. We are in this together. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.